Hello, hello, and happy Thursday. This is Barb coming to you from chilly Michigan. How are you today? Hi, Mary Ellen. How are you? Welcome, everyone. As you're jumping in, I'm just finding everything on the page so I can make sure that we are working correctly here. Let me know that you're here. Hi, Nancy. Hello, everybody. Let me turn this down so that's not up. Awesome. Hi, Deb. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. So, gosh, I am finally hitting the upswing. I went and got some antibiotics, and that seems to be working and getting me better. But I've missed my consistency on Thursday lives. So thank you all for being here. I hope that you'll share the video and you're going to go in the drawing for some cool stuff. I have some beautiful handmade cards that you will receive for this week's drawing. Let me get to where I need to be because I'm going to try to type in the names as I see you guys sharing because that helps me a ton. It's hard to go back and look at everything once it has saved. It's really bizarre. Even on my laptop, that's how I go in. But welcome as you're just joining. I see several of you on here. Let me go back to here and see who else just joined. Gosh, I have some projects with some stamp sets that I really like. However, they've been around a little while. So you may have them, and it may spur you to pull them out. Thanks for sharing, Deb. Pull them out and use them if you haven't used them in a while. So I see a few of you jumping on here. You know, it doesn't let me do this together. So let me see. All right. I am just trying to maneuver a couple things here. Thanks for sharing, Shar, and welcome everyone. As you're jumping on, let me know that you're here. All right, so I can't believe that it is today's March 23rd if you're watching this on the replay, or if you are watching this on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Make sure that you've subscribed so when I do upload videos, you'll get notifications, especially if you click that bell. And I just shared my next class, the Queen Bee, and that's coming up. What else can I tell you? Also, so many things. We're going to find out as demonstrators what the new colors will be, because there will be a color refresh coming. Stampin' Up's told us that. What that means is some of our colors are going to go away. So if you have a favorite, big thing, make sure that you have the refill for your ink pad, because that way you have it. And stock up on your cardstock too, because here's the deal. Once that the retiring list comes out, and if there are discounted prices on there, they're going to go like that, and you don't want to miss out, okay? Hello and welcome everyone as you're jumping in. Thanks for sharing, Mary Ellen and Deborah. I appreciate that. Awesome. So, yeah, the new catalog, the new annual catalog will be available on May 2nd. So I just had a cough drop beforehand, and I might grab my water a few times today. What I was saying is that the new catalog's coming out, and all these retired things are going to be released in April. However, as a demonstrator, we get to see the PDF of the new catalog and some different things prior to them being released to the public. So, if you are a current demonstrator, and you should check with your upline on any of that information, or go right to your demonstrator website. That's going to tell you a ton of stuff. Thanks for sharing. Hi, Colleen. So, That's all coming, so just be aware. And one of the other big things that they have shared with us, which I appreciate so much, is that a lot of things are going to go up in price. We shouldn't be, what do I want to say, surprised at that, because everything else has gone up in price. Now, they don't change their catalog once the prices are out there. They don't adjust the prices in the midstream. So, new catalog, there will be price increases too. So, lots of things, lots of information, but we have some great stuff coming. I already feel it in my bones. So, hi Margaret, welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started with our projects. And like I said, I got some projects that will refresh your memory on some things that have been in the catalog, or they've been around a while. They might be retiring. I don't have any idea. These are just some of my favorites, and I do have some samples to show you with what I have tonight. So let me go ahead and turn the camera down, and let's get to the right spot here. Right there, and there I am. So this is just my iPad over here on the side a little bit, so I can see, watch the comments better. They're more in my, where I can see as I'm looking down instead of having to look up where my computer's at. So, all right. So the first stamp set that I want to use, actually I'm going to do something here. Ta-da! The first stamp set that I'm going to use is one that's been around a little while, and I don't know about you guys, but I think that it has some really beautiful ways to use it. It came out with some sentiment set only, and so what I'm going to be using is Painted Poppies and Peaceful Moments. So these have been around a little while, but they are some great stamp sets. Alrighty, and wait till you see some samples with this one that I have to share with you. Hi Diana, welcome. Hi Sue. Hi Margaret, I think I saw you earlier, Margaret, but anyway, hello again. So, we're going to use these sets, so I hope that you'll enjoy the way that I've got these, that's going to be, I'm going to share here. Now that I'm looking for my paper, my cardstock that I cut for this, and do you know, it's not in my box. It's not in my box with my stuff. What in the world? Let me take a look here, see what I did. What did I do? Ah, okay, here we are. Got put in the wrong spot. Got to stay organized, Barb. Hi, Linda. Oh, good. Well, hopefully, Linda says that she has these sets. So hopefully these are some that you have, and you will bring them back out, because there's some cool stuff that I'm going to show you here. All right, let's move these out of the way, and we're going to be using 3 colors here. We're going to use the Memento Black, we're going to use Calypso Coral, and Old Olive. These 3 colors are what we're going to be using, and what I have pre-cut is, this is the thick white, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4 or folded in half. I have a piece of this beautiful dry brushed metallic paper. Now, to me, the color that I see here is more Calypso Coral, but the paper itself says that it is has Cajun Craze, all right? But it doesn't seem like Cajun Craze. If you remember back, there's another color in this one. Did this card a few weeks back. And there is the Soft Succulent. That's one of the in colors that will be leaving us, which I love. I'll be using that one today. But yeah, I had used this is the other color that's in the 2 color pack. It is in the annual catalog. So check that out to grab those up. All right, so this is 2 inches by 5 1/4, I believe. Let me just double check here. Yep, 5 1/4 by 2. And then I have a piece of white that is 3.5 by 5. And then 1/8 of an inch larger in basic black, which is 5 1/8 by 3 5/8. Okay, then I have a scrap here that we're going to stamp on. Okay, I need my scrap paper here because we're going to be stamping on this. And let me just move these out of the way. This stamp set is really an easy one to use. It's a two-step stamp set, but we're going to be using these two pieces right here. And excuse me, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp the outline image in the Memento Black. Hi Taryn, welcome. Alright, I'm just going to go on top so I can make sure that the inside center is really inked up. Alright, so let's stamp one of those right here. And that's not inked up very well, Barbie. Okay, let's try this again. It's okay though, it'll be alright. See, it looks like it's inked up really well. Alright, let's do this. There, that's much better. And I'm going to go one more time with this outline. Okay. And let's do that one kind of right here. Looks good. Okay. So that's the black. And we're going to set that over here for the moment. And then we're going to, since I have the black out, we're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment here. And I'm going to be using congratulations from, like I said, we're using the Peaceful Moments along with Painted Poppies. So, thanks for sharing, Taryn. Alright, so this is going to be congratulations. And that's just going to kind of go right there. Great. Okay, I'm going to pull out my chamois so I can clean as I go because I get myself in trouble if I don't. Hi June, thank you for sharing. Welcome everybody. I sure appreciate you being here. Let me stamp this off and then go here. But yeah, if you have these sets, pull them out because poppies are gorgeous, and you can, there a few different colors of poppies that are out there that are really pretty. We're going to go with Calypso Coral, which really doesn't look super orange to me when I stamp it. Alright, so here's this. So let me grab my scissors. I don't quite, this is a little extra long on this side, so I'm just going to kind of do that. And we're done with the black. So let's put that lid back on out of the way. Oh, I lied. We're not done with the black. Let's bring that back in. Okie dokie. And we have to stamp the leaves, Barb. And we're going to stamp those, this one right here. And in the stamp set, there's a couple different, there's this kind of leaf too, but we don't need that one for today. So let's just ink this up. Just looking at my comments over here. Alright, so let's just bring this here. I am going to bring that one there. And let's get some leaf there. Oh, I kind of did that one. We'll go off to an angle here. And let's come right there. And right there. Alright, now we're done with the black. I am curious to know, when's the last time you used your Painted Poppies stamp set? If you have that one, when's the last time you used it? Has it been a year? I'd be curious to know. Now I do a once a month stamping night, and I have used it a few times because in that monthly Stamp-A-Stack that I have. So I have used it in less than a year, you guys. Okay, so what's next? We are going to use this big solid piece, and this is a distinctive set. See how it's lighter here and lighter here? When you use a distinctive stamp, you do not want your ink pad super juicy. And the reason for that is it gives you these beautiful variations that are in the stamp itself. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this is just going to go get stamped right on top of my flower there. Oh, I got a little off the edge. That's okay, but it's 2 steps, so that's why it's okay. All right, then we're just going to go here. Okay, that one turned out really good. And we're going to bring this around over on this side, just like that. Okay, getting off the camera there a little bit. Let's see, and before we put this away, I'm going to go ahead and clean this big stamp. You have it and you haven't used it in a long time. Margaret, yes, you need to pull it out. Last week, Shar, awesome. Hi, Sue. Welcome, thanks for sharing. Okay, so before we put the Calypso Coral away, I'm going to do something that will give you an illusion, I guess, of this having kind of a colored background, okay? So what you're going to do is I want the front to have the color, so I'm just going to take the edge and lay that down in my ink, and then just go all the way around, doing that all the way around. And you just want to get your edges, okay? And I'll show you, bring it up closer so you can see. Okay, see how it's got the edging? It looks like you've got the color edge. It probably shows up better like that. See that? So that's an easy trick. Now we need our old olive, and to create the green leaves, we're going to use this piece right here. And what you're going to do is you will, let me move over this way a little bit. My iPad's kind of hogging up the space today. All right. So I'm going to ink this up in the old olive, and I'm going to take the fat piece, and that's going to come down towards the bottom of the leaf and stamp, and then bring it up and stamp again. What that does is it brings a little bit lighter, and it fills in that leaf, and it just really gives a very, I think, a very cool kind of look. Okay, so again, full strength bottom, and then stamp again before I re-ink. And this stamp set is made to be outside the lines, and so if that is one of the things that you don't like, then this probably isn't the stamp set for you, because that's just how it's created. It's created to do that. I sound better? Yeah, thank you, Sue. I am I'm struggling with some nasal stuff, but the antibiotic is helping me, and I've been able to function, and I actually worked today. So, yeah. Oh, I'm thankful for some relief. Yeah, and able to sleep too, because I could not sleep for a couple nights at all. My throat was so sore. It was like knives. It was terrible. Okay, so now we are done with that part. All right, so getting my seat here. And then now, really, honestly, we're ready to put this all together. So this piece is going to go onto the black. Let me grab my silicone mat here. It's over here on the side. I just have to grab it up. Let's trade spots. An adhesive, Stampin' Seal. How many of you are anxiously awaiting to see what colors might come back from our in colors? I can't wait. I know a couple of them because they told us. The Pretty Peacock and Lost Lagoon are 2 colors that sound like they're returning. So I just have that tiny little bit of black around the outside. Okay. Now, this wouldn't matter. If I wanted to change it and do it this way, I could. But I want the sentiment piece to go here. So let's grab our card base and this piece of beautiful brushed metallic that I have, and that is going to go down first over here on this side, and I'm going to bring it way over to the edge because I want as much of this paper showing as I can. Okay, there we go. This piece is going to go right there so that we have this pretty metallic going on. All right. And then this, I'm going to bring right over to the edge on this side. Okay, with just a little bit at the top and the bottom of that paper. All right, so you still got some nice pretty shine going on there. What else do we have here? I have some of the Old Olive. Now this is Old Olive and Sahara Sand are a combo pack that's in the annual catalog. And this Old Olive will just pick up that nice green that's going on in there. So we're going to take this, and you guys, I don't know if I just want to lay this down and to have this kind of on the top like that, or I really do like doing this fun technique. And this green is really pretty, actually. I mean, this looks so, the Old Olive is one of the, I'm not sure. Of some of the greens that we currently have, I hope that they do not take the Old Olive away. I think Old Olive is a great color. All right, I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut my piece off and then do my little zigzag here. Put some adhesive on the back to catch my ribbon. Let me see who else jumped on here. Thanks for sharing, you guys. That sure helps me out a ton. All right, let's do this little zigzag going on. Okay, so there, and then loop it down here. And then we're just going to come like that. Maybe a little closer up here. There we go. Okay. Oh, stuck. All right, so there we're going to do that. Now I need some dimensionals, and I'm just going to use the outside edges of this one here. This is the mini glue dots, and not mini glue dots, the mini dimensionals. And so this, you know, these outer pieces, they're just like big, so they work out well to use them up. All right, so it goes like that, and then let's put one kind of in the middle there. All right, and let's put this down. And last but not least, we're going to find some gems to go on here. Put that right there. Make sure that I'm straight. Okay, so here's what we have. Just bringing that color all together. And then, let me see if where are the gems that I wanted to use? They're not in the basket. All right, so let's pull out. Actually, I think, are they right here? Yeah. Okay. We're going to use these right here. They're the opaque adhesive back. And we're going to use this kind of peachy calypso coral kind of color here. We're going to add those and give us a little sparkle. If I can get it out of the package. All right, let's grab this pick tool. I mean, if you are a hobby demonstrator and you saw the update that, I mean, even it said the pick tool tools is going to be going up too. So anyway, grab those things while you can. All right, so let's grab this one, a big one. We're just going to add them in here. It's not an exact match, but it matches well enough to pull in over here. So that's why I wanted to use these. These have 3 different sizes. They have the large and the medium. Grab this one. It's kind of, let's go right there. I think I'm gonna grab tiny. Let's put it there. Okay, so then we've got a little bit of sparkle on the right, and then we've got all this pretty shine sparkle on the left. All right, so that's using the poppy set. All right, kind of, it gives it a different feel using this brushed, dry brush paper here on the side, right? Okay. So that's it for the first card. There we go, you can see that pretty good there. Let me show you some samples using this stamp set. Thank you. You like Old Olive, Char? Hope they keep it. Yeah, an Evening Evergreen. Soft Succulent. I hope they keep Soft Succulent. That is a great, great color. Thanks, guys. But yeah, it gives you that little bit of sparkle that everybody loves. Now you could take your Wink of Stella and go and put some sparkle in the black if you want. But this is just a great set. So let me show you some samples I did with this set back a long time ago, and some at my stamp classes, okay? So let me put that here. Grab these up. Okay, so this one, here's some note cards, and actually, I'll tell you what, I don't, 2 or 3 years ago, I did videos, and they're on YouTube, that where I did the World Card Making Day, and I did several things throughout the day. So some of these note cards are from that. But this was the inspiration for the card I did today, and this is using the Poppy Parade, just a little bit different. Okay, and then look at this sympathy card. Now this is not designer paper. This is the leaf in black, and then I took the speckle and went with Old Olive there, and then I took the one that I just used with the leaves, and I stamped off with the Poppy Parade and just did the designs in the back. And then I just took Wink of Stella. Is it sparkly? No, I took a blender pen, I'm sure. And all I did was a little bit of color in this poppy, the single poppy, and used the With Deepest Sympathy from the Peaceful Moments. And again, Peaceful Moments here. And then here's another one that I did. Very simple stamping, but just really pretty cards. These are the note cards. Hi, Pam. Thanks for sharing. And look what I did. I stamped the large, let me grab it here and show you. So you've got this image right here. And then I took this image and I used Poppy Parade, and I just kind of stayed with the poppies. And then I took Old Olive and I stamped below for the greenery of the bottom of the flower. So that's some note cards. Here are a couple more, and some using some different colors, which is really cool. This one is using the die. This is a different stamp set. I think that was this was a celebration set from a while back. But here I took the solid pieces and then did the splat on top, and then used the dies to cut that out. This is with the Flirty Flamingo and Poppy Parade. There we go. This one is using a die that's in the stamp set. This is a fun ribbon that we had, and I loved it for so many reasons. But this is a die that, is it in this one or in a different one? Let me see. Yeah, that one's from a different one. It's not in this one. That's a different one. So I just had it in my poppies, I guess. But it doesn't go there. Now look at this one. This one is using Rich Razzleberry and Blushing Bride. Look at those two colors. Isn't that nice? And then you just take your marker and you color the white crinkle ribbon. But this is using the Peaceful Moments. Okay. There's another sample. And then here, using this is one of the dies. Actually, these are all the dies, using the Happy Birthday from the Peaceful Moments. This is gorgeous. This is the this is blushing. This is the Petal Pink. This is Petal Pink, using vellum underneath. Okay, and then the double. Can you see the double? The dies, there's two different dies here, so you've got one on top of the other. There you go. But isn't that gorgeous? So you don't have to have red poppies. Here's yellow. Isn't this one great? This is using the rectangle dies. And this one is the Pineapple Punch. That is a retired in color. Who knows if that will come back, maybe. But that's what I used on this one here. And then here's an easy one using, it's really similar to what I just did, except I just tied that around the Old Olive and did a bow. So there are some samples using the poppy. Hopefully that will refresh your love for the Painted Poppy stamp set and the Peaceful Moments. We're going to use the Peaceful Moments again with a different card. So let me grab what we need. And again, I wanted to use some stamps that might be retiring. I don't have a clue. Thanks thanks, Sue. But, all right, this is a really cool idea, okay? We're going to be using the Texture Sheet Memories and More cards and envelopes, and so these come in a package of, oh, how many does it say? Quantity, 1 kit, 1 set, okay. It doesn't tell me how many, but I think that there's quite a few in here without looking it up in the catalog. But basically, this is your, well, I can show you, I'm going to be stamping it. But let's grab my packet. The envelopes are awesome because you've got this really pretty inside, and look at the whole thing is this designer paper. So you could easily cut this apart and use this as part of a card and do some alternative kind of things, you know how we do with the paper pumpkins sometimes and stuff. Then you've got this great gold on the front, so that's awesome. We're going to be using the brushed butterflies, the brushed metallic back dots, and I'm going to show you some cool stuff with this, okay? So, what colors do we have in here? We have, it looks like pale papaya, soft succulent for sure. You've got some gray going on in here, and maybe just a hint of, I don't know, you could go with crumb cake. Anyway, that little bit darker color in there, I'm not sure. But what we're going to do, this is a fun technique. Let me show you. First of all, we're going to be using Sending Smiles. I don't think I've used this much in lives, if at all, maybe one time, but I'm going to show you how to use this. The dies that coordinate have a very skinny word sending, and then you have an outline of the word sending. Then you've got like doubles in some of the flowers, 2 of the labels for the sentiments that are in here. It's a great set. It's really good sentiments too, you guys. So if you love flowers, grab this one before they're gone, because it could be leaving. I don't even know. We won't know until we get that list, right? Or the new catalog PDF on the 29th. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use this punch with this project. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and we are going to come, and I'm going to punch out right up in here. So I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to line this edge right with my score line. Okay, and that's full, that's pushed all the way in, and then I'm going to pop this out. Okay, there we go. So that's what we have right now. This is what we're doing. This is a really a fun technique. Before we had dies and all kinds of fun stuff like that, punches were our best friend back when I signed up in 2000. And this was a technique that I used a lot of times when I did workshops. You hope they keep the brushed butterflies? I know, they're really nice. They're so pretty, especially for spring and with the other butterfly stamp set that we have. All right, so what are we doing? I need to grab a few things here. I do have my mini cut and emboss we're going to be using. And this card is going to feature the pale papaya and soft succulent. These are 2 colors that are retiring, 2 in colors that are retiring, unless they decide to take these and throw them into one of our basic color groups. So we're going to be using those. And let me grab all the stamps I need. We need a couple different stamps, and we need the word sending, and we need that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use soft succulent. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that on this piece of scrap, just making sure I ink it up good. I think I'm about ready to have to refill my soft succulent because I've been using it so much in classes because I love it. I hope this is a color they don't get rid of. Alright, so let's just stamp that right in the middle here. And we are going to run this through. Oh, I got a little close. Poopy scoopy. I hate when that happens. We're going to turn it over. Because I can, right? Alright, so now I just need to get a little closer so I can see what I'm doing. There. I think I'm better. Fabulous. That's it, even darker, so that's good. Okay, so I'm going to close this up for the memento. And let's get our cut and emboss. Now, there are 2 dies that we're going to be using because, listen, we're going to be using this. And let me grab those. We need this flower and this smaller flower. We need those 2. And we need the large sending. Well, it's kind of the outline of the word. Grab my embossed little mini over here because these will fit in here very nicely. I'll move that out of the way for a second. And I am right-handed, so I gotta have it so I can roll it with my right hand. Okay. All right. I know you guys have seen, you guys probably know how to use this, but if you are a new stamper and you're catching this video, this is our little mini cut and emboss machine, and it works with the smaller, skinny embossing folders and then any die that will fit, I think it's 3 inches inside here. So that's what we're doing. So let's take this, and we're going to do 2 times here, but see this will fit right over top of my words, and making sure that I have this on here correctly. Get my head here. Now I'm going to hold this down with a post-it note. So let me just grab one of those way over here on the side. If you have washi tape, that's another great tool to use to hold these things in place, because we don't have a magnetic plate for this little guy. I'm just folding this piece up so it's not dragging on the side. Okay, there's that. And then you need your top piece because you need that sandwich in order for this to work. Alright, so let's roll this through. And sorry if I shake the camera a tad. Okay, so that's the first thing we need cut out. But this gives you this awesome sending. Okay, that's what we need. So that is done. And the next thing that we need is 2 flowers, and we're going to cut those out of the punch piece that we have here. Okay, that's going to go here. And so I'm going to take my big piece, and there's a lot of the yellow color up there, so I'm going to put that one there. And then my smaller flower, well, maybe let's turn it a little bit so I can get some of that other color in here. Let's come over here, see if I can do that. No, it's not going to work. So let's see. All I'm doing, the reason I'm doing this differently is so I can get more color on both flowers. There we go. Now I've got good color on both. Okay, so I'm going to take the Post-it now that I have those where I want them, and I'm going to stick them down. There we go. And then let's run this through. Okay. I love this little mini machine because if you go and do retreats or things like that, this is a great tool to take with you because it's so light and easy to carry. All right, let me move this out of the way because I don't have tons of space right here in our viewing space, right? Okay, so what do I have? I have 2 flowers that we are going to use. There's one, and there's 2. Now, these dies, of course, they fit on the flowers here. So that's once you could stamp them, and then they're going to fit on those flowers. Okay. All right. So I don't lose my dies. Let's get those out of the way. All right. So next we are going to. Then that's all I'm going to use this for. So now that's trash. So let's put our card together. And what did I do with it? Right here. Okay. I am going to bring my mat back in here because I'm using the polymer stamps And you do want to use the mat when you're using the polymer stamps because they help with getting a good image. Brushed, okay, yeah. All right. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss any comments. All right, so what are we doing? We are going to put the flowers in here, but to do that, we need to stamp our stem. And so, of course, that is going to be with our soft succulent. So let's ink that up here. Okay, put this over here. Now what I want to do is make sure that when I stamp this, that my stems are going to be up in this hole. Does that make sense? So if you, I'm going to bring this up here closer, about right there, because I want to make sure I have room for my top flower. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good right there. I'm going to stamp that down. Perfect. Okay, because see what's going to happen is this flower is going to get put right here. Let's see, maybe it can go this way. The idea is you don't want it to interfere with opening your when you open your card. All right, so right there, let's get this over here. My fingers there, and then this one is going to go right here. I might have come down a little too low, but I think we can do that, and I think we can get up here a little bit. So I'm going to turn this around till I get it where I want it. Okay, I think that's going to work. Well, nope, I need to make sure it doesn't go underneath my, I want my flower to show. So what happened is and what I should have done is I should have took a pencil and, well actually I think I'm going to do that. I have extra, I'm going to punch another one. Give me 2 seconds. Where did I put that? Supply of things, right here. Because I need to come up a little higher with my stems. So let's pull another one of these, super quick. Take that punch. Hi, Bobby. Oh, you're going up north? Well, have a great time. I hope that you will go back and watch the replay. This is our second card. All right, so we're going to start over. And let me show you the trick where you know for sure that you're going to get things where you want them. You just take a pencil and make a dot, okay? So you know where you need to make sure that that's where the edging is, right where your little pencil mark is. And then I'm just going to do one up there for a second, and then I'll erase those. That way it gives me a guide of where to stamp the stem. Okay? All right, let's try this one more time. Okay, I'm going to leave that open because we got some other stuff to do. All right, so I see my pencil marks, and so I need to make sure that my flower is a little bit higher here. So let's do that. All right. And it's okay that this is kind of at an angle here. I didn't get it real dark, but that's all right. Because we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the other leaf. I need my scrap paper again, up and under here. I'm going to ink this up, and we are just going to kind of bring these leaves right where that stem is at. Okay, and give ourselves some pretty on the inside. Okay, just like that. I know this is tripping you up a little bit. It is me. Okay. I want to wash these off and get them out of the way because we're done with those. And then before we put the green away, we're going to stamp our inside, and it says, "Smiles across the miles." So let's ink that up in our green, and that's going to get stamped like, I want to make sure I'm straight. It's going to get right there, and it's not straight. That's what I get for trying to stamp sideways, Barb. I can always put something over it. It's okay though. I can survive. All right, the last thing we're going to do is we are going to incorporate that pale papaya, one of the other pretty colors that will be leaving us, unless they put it in a basic color grouping. And we're going to use this thing that kind of looks like, it reminded me of wheat. So let's open this up and let's go ahead. We're going to stamp one like that, and then I'm going to stamp another one to the side, ink it up. Let's stamp and stamp. Let's come over here, and we've got some pretty colors going on. Okay, and the bottom part of our card with that. And again, that just incorporates whatever is on the front of the card. It also incorporates the envelope. All right, we're ready to put everything together. Okay, that's all the stamping. So let's move this so we can see better. So next, let's take this pale papaya ribbon. We're going to bring this through the hole here. Kind of gives you a fun fold kind of feel, but it's really not. Let me pull this through. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to tie a bow. But yeah, since the in colors are leaving, well, they usually do, sometimes they've been leaving some of the ribbons in the catalog that we've had that coordinate. However, sometimes they take them all away. So I love these organdy sheer type ribbon. All right, I need to cut these tails down a tad. All right. Okay, we're ready to put these babies down. So let's grab our, I'm going to grab the mini dimensionals. Yep, I said it right this time. And I'm going to, wherever there's a bigger area, and kind of evenly spread these out on the word sending. I'm going to do a few because it's a long word. Okay, right there. Okay, got that. This is going to get popped up on the front. So let's get these out of the way. And a lot of backings off here. Okay. And my word sending is going to go like, since I'm not getting things straight, there we go. Get my head kind of down there. Sorry about that. All right, and that's going to be up there. Actually, this bow looks a little too big for me. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. All right, now these guys, these are our flowers, and so they're going to just go down flat. So that one is going to go right here. And then this one, and again, we just, we die cut these out of the circle that we punched out here. And that's going to go here. All right, so there's what we have, but we're not done. We're going to add those great embellishments. I just need to grab them up over here. One of them, thanks guys. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fancy up our flowers with some of the gold dots here that match the butterflies. If I can get them out of the package. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little ones here and we're going to make a little cluster in this large flower. Okay. Just like that. There. And then we're going to take one big one and put that in the center of that flower. And then let's grab the butterflies. And again, these babies are snug in here. Ooh. Okay. Let's grab a big butterfly. And let's go right here. a little butterfly. Where should the little butterfly go? I think a little butterfly should go there. And then let's grab another big one and then come up here. And these little gold things just really set this off. Yeah, I think that's good. And then because the butterflies are flat, you know, you could put more inside here if you want. But look at this cool technique. I don't know if you guys have ever tried anything like this, but I just thought I would share. This is a technique I had done on one of my Monday night stamping classes. But yeah. Now you could take your pale papaya and go around the outside of the flowers like I did that sentiment earlier. But there you are. And yeah, pay no attention to the crooked stamping on the inside of the card. All right. So that's be something fun. Try that with your different. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you liked that one. Hi, Maria. All right. I know it's 10 till, but I have one more card that I'm going to share with you, okay? And I know this one took a little bit of time because I messed up, but I think it's something neat that I had not demonstrated before, and I hope that it's something new. I always try to share something new with you guys. If you haven't seen that technique, let me know that you try it. Okay, I got to clean this one. I didn't clean that, and I threw it in with other stuff, and I should not have done that. Okay, there's that. All right, last but not least, we're going to make another very pretty flowery card. You guys know I love flowers, and I'm going to do the queen bee, all right? I had that class. I just posted the information about the class, so this is an alternative. This is not one that's in the class, but it's one that I think that you will like. And we're going to be using, again, some retiring colors. We're going to use the Fresh Freesia and the basic gray. We're going to use those two colors. We're going to use the flower that's in the stamp set here. Alrighty. And we're also going to use this little teeny dotty piece. Okay. So let's try to get things out of the way so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. What is next? Let me grab what we got. All right. So we have Fresh Freesia. We have the color contour dies, and boy, I sure hope these don't leave. These have been wonderful. I hope you guys love those as much as I do. Hopefully Stampin' Up! Realizes how much we love those. Thanks, Diana. Glad you like that technique. And this is that beautiful shimmer paper that we have. That's the Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, and Shimmer Gold. Fine shimmer paper. It is just one-sided, but it's gorgeous. And then I just have some white, and then basic 8.5, 5.5. I have a scrap here. I wasn't sure if I was going to use this piece or not. All right, so what we're going to do, my sinuses are going crazy on me here. We are also going to be taking our Fresh Freesia. So if you're a purple gal, this card's for you. Fresh Freesia and the ribbon. Alrighty. So we are going to be stamping this way, and we're going to start out with the basic gray, and I think I'm going to need to use this again, just in case. Hi, Carol. That's okay if you're late. I know a lot of demonstrators do Thursday night, so I know some of you watch some of the demonstrators that I watch, and I see your names on there, so hopefully you'll be able to just go back and watch the replay. This is our third card if you're just joining, so go back and watch the fun techniques. All right, so this flower, I want this, let's see, I'm going to do right there. And again, this is the basic gray, and I want another one. We're going to ink this up again. I just shut those right away because I get myself in trouble. Alrighty, and so let's see if I kind of want that. We're going to just go for it right there. Hi Jean, welcome. All right, so we've got pretty flowers. That's what we need. Let's clean this up. I think I did okay. I hope I didn't go too low. I don't think I did. We'll see. Again, I don't have a sample of this one. This one's in my head. I just made it up at the, just thinking about it, thought, oh gosh, this would be great. All right, so, fresh freesia. And remember I said we're going to use this fun little speckly thing here. I'm going to take the fresh freesia and I'm just going to kind of add little speckles here and there until it's kind of gone. So full strength and then stamp again until it's kind of, whoops, that one I didn't really want that there, but that's okay. We'll go like that. And then there. And this, all this is doing is just giving kind of a, I don't know, it's just giving a different kind of look. That's just what I had in my head. Let me bring this up close. Can you see? It's just very faint, but it's a great, it's almost like a splatter. It's almost like a splatter on the image. Okay, there's that. Now, I wanted to use the stamp set that we've been using, this Peaceful Moments, because this one's been around a while, so I would not be surprised if they take this one and retire it, but it's really some good sentiments in there, so that's why I'm saying you probably need that. And what do I want to stamp? I'm going to be using this. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to use the double oval punch, if I can get it here in my basket. Thanks for sharing. We're going to use a double oval punch, and I'm going to just do the small circle here and punch that out. And then I'm going to use the shimmer and punch the large one. There we go. So we've got that little sparkly going on. Okay. All right, let's hope I don't, I'm not sure which sentiment will fit into this oval. That's why I wanted to punch it first, because thank you, I think is just too big. Yep. So, and I think my happy birthday will fit. So we're going to go with happy birthday. And let me grab a block here. Boy, I feel like I'm sliding down in this chair, like sinking lower and lower. Okay, let me get this close to me because I want to stamp this correctly. All right, this is going to be the gray, basic gray. And I'm going to get my head right in here because I want to make sure this is on here correct. Beautiful. Yay for Barb. Okay. And let's move this out of the way. And the last thing we're going to do is, because we want this more of a monochromatic card, let me go ahead and glue this down while I'm at it. Now you could take your green and you could color your leaves if you wanted to. I'm just going to go with the fresh freesia. I'm just going to leave the gray and do fresh freesia flowers. Ooh, this is so sparkly. Look at that. Ooh, it's so nice. Okay, let's grab the dark, and I'm going to do the buds in the dark. There's little buds all through this flower here. Let me see if, usually I get done coloring and then I go, oh, I missed one. So, there's another one there, and there, and there, and there, and here. So it won't take too long coloring here. So this one's the dark that I've got. Let's go with the light, and I'm using the bullet tip end instead of the big brush tip end, so I have a little more control. And if you want to have some variation there, you don't have to make sure, you don't have to do it completely solid. You can leave a little bit of that white going on. in the flower. But let's get this going here. And there, and we're almost done. I know watching me color is probably boring, but it doesn't take too long. There we go. And did I get them all? Okay, I think I did. All right. So now let's go ahead and really we're ready to put our card together. That's what I'm doing. So here's the deal. You know, you can use any sentiment. When you have images, you know, it's a big plus if there's great sentiments in there. But if there's not, just use the images that you like and then whatever sentiments that you want. Well, where do I need to go here? I'm going to see which of these loops I need. Down here, up here. I think I want to go in that third one right there. So I'm just going to bring it through there, bring it through, and the other third from the bottom on that side. How many of you will miss fresh freesia? Is that a good color that you guys like? I'm looking at my message in the comments here. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're just going to take this and I'm going to cut it and then stick it in the back with adhesive. Okay, just like that. Or you have tape. I just didn't want to grab my tape. But there's that. That's what I got. Then we're going to take some dimensionals and we're going to pop this up. And where are they? I need bigger ones. Where are you? Okay. Well, they're not that much bigger, but that's what we're using. I'm finishing a half a sheet here, so it's kind of cut in half. And there we go. All right. You will miss it. You like purple, Maria? Okay. You just logged on? Hey, that's okay. I'm glad that you have to go back and watch the replays, Lynn. This is our last card. I'm just finishing up. Okay. I'm using some beautiful sets that will probably leave us. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Purple, purple. Aren't you gorgeous? All right. Last thing. We're going to add this onto our card base of fresh freesia. Just like this. And it's just a pretty purple card, you guys. All right. Look at that. But we're not done. Last but not least, we're going to use these guys again, the opaque adhesive back gems. Look at fresh freesia, sparkle. And that's what we're going to use. So let me grab my pick tool. And let's go ahead and sprinkle this throughout our card. Let's go up here. And let's go with another medium over here. I like these little tiny baby ones here. They're just so stinking cute. I can't stand it. And we're going to put one down there. All right, look at that. I hope the pretty color is coming through, you guys. But that is using a different sentiment with the Queen Bee set. And that's the class I have coming up. This is an alternative. This is not one of the projects that we're doing in the class. But I wanted to share something different. You know, instead of using the bee all the time with everything that's in the stamp set. So, let me grab the 3 cards that we did and see what you think. Oh, I forgot. I have one more thing to share with you. 1 second before. Now, here are some cards and that with the sending smiles. Where are you? Right here. Okay, this was our second card right here. And here are some samples. Now this, I did do this in a live at one time. This was inspired by Nancy McLean. Okay, and here is sending smiles across the miles, just basic stamping and then stamping and cutting that out just like I did using an embossing folder there. Here's our gorgeous butterflies, a card to say hello, and let's see here. That's on the inside. I have a feeling that Sue Somerville did this card. I don't know. I just have a feeling. But there's our butterflies. And look at this one. This is a fun fold. Sending wishes. Get down here in the camera. And then this, look at, see, this is the very detailed die of the words that's in the bundle. Sending birthday wishes, and then you have this fun fold. Okay? And then we have one last card here. This one actually has a name on it, Rhonda Morgan, from a swap I'm sure I was in. But yeah, she used the stitch squares, the stylish shapes. And then this is Calypso Coral behind here, and this is one of the papers that's in the annual catalog. And let me see if there's anything on the inside. Nope, but it opens this way. Okay? A card to say hello. This is a great set with really good sentiments, you guys. So I wanted to share those with you too. They were sitting right here, and I knew if I would forget them. I'm glad I didn't. So here's our cards for tonight. Card number 3. And card number 2 with our beautiful fun fold kind of deal. And then here is our last card, which is using the first card actually. Yeah, they'll all fit. This is using the dry brush metallic. See if I can get them in the screen. There we go. Sometimes I wish that they would give me these gorgeous silhouettes so that I can put them on when I upload on YouTube, but they don't. But I hope these are some inspiring cards for you, and using some of the great things that are in our catalog. I'm going to flip you over. There we go. In the annual, I use mostly annual catalog. The Queen Bee's not in the annual, and the shimmer paper is in the spring mini too. Now don't forget, those are good through April. Those are good through all of April as while supplies last. So if there's something in there that you really like, make sure that you grab it up, because when it's gone, it's gone. I mean, and they won't, they're not going to be back. So I'm just looking at the comments really quick. Thanks, Nancy. I am feeling better. I still sound kind of nasally, if you guys haven't noticed, but yeah. All right. Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you again for joining me. If you place an order, please use my host code right here. And shop with me with the link that's included there. I do have a couple fun gifts going out this month, and I hope that you will decide to join me again next time. Check out my YouTube stuff if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week, okay? All right, you have a good night. Bye-bye.